Four-day investment summit begins in Dhaka tomorrow. Investment potentials of the country and the post-July economic reforms to be highlighted in the summit, informs BIDA Executive Chairman. Government will send 2 letters to USA within next 48 hours regarding the imposition of tariff on Bangladeshi export goods, informs Chief Advisor's Press Secretary. Imposition of US tariff on Bangladesh's export products will not have much negative impact, says Finance Advisor. In March, country receives more than $3 billion in remittance, the highest in a single month in the country's history. Offices and courts reopen after a 9-day Eid holiday. Capital Dhaka yet to return to its familiar look. Thousands of people staged demonstration against US President Donald Trump in 50 states, accusing the president of deprivation of freedom and rights. And Sports Day observed in a colorful way. Government to set up sports hub in 8 divisions with UAE support, says Youth and Sports Advisor. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Tulika Mulika Das, welcoming you all to News at 10. You have just heard the highlights. Let's move on to the details. 4-day investment summit begins in Dhaka tomorrow. More than 550 foreign investors have already registered to take part in the summit. Bangladesh Investment Development Authority BIDA Executive Chairman Chaudhry Ashik Mahmood bin Harun made the disclosure at a press conference at Foreign Service Academy in the capital today. He informed that the investment potentials of the country and the post-July economic reforms to be highlighted in the conference. Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam also spoke at the press conference. Government will send 2 letters to USA within 48 hours in the wake of the imposition of duty on the country's export goods. Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam said this to journalists after an inter-ministerial meeting on the new US tariff policy at the Secretariat today. Finance Advisor Dr. Salahuddin Ahmed presided over the meeting, attended by Planning Advisor, Commerce Advisor, Energy Advisor, High Representative of Chief Advisor, Special Ambassadors, Secretaries of different ministries, Governor of Bangladesh Bank, Chairman of NBR, Executive Chairman of BIDA and business leaders. The Press Secretary said a letter from the Chief Advisor will be sent to US President Donald Trump, while a letter from the Commerce Advisor will be sent to the USTR. International Monetary Fund IMF has expressed satisfaction with the recent improvement of Bangladesh economy. Finance Advisor Dr. Salahuddin Ahmed told this to journalists after a meeting with IMF delegation at the Secretariat today. He said the IMF team has expressed satisfaction as Bangladesh economy is stable now. They observed that the country's economy is moving to right direction. Finance advisors said during the meeting the IMF team has laid emphasis on increasing tax GDP ratio, recovery of the default loan and banking sector reforms. Bangladesh received more than $3 billion as remittances in a single month this March. Bangladesh received a record $2.94 billion in remittances in the first 26 days of March, driven by Eid al-Fitr, one of the biggest festivals for Muslims. The inflow was 82.45% higher than the same period last year, according to industry insiders. Apart from the Eid-related surge, the demand for hundi and hawala, illegal cross-border money transfer channels, has declined following a crackdown on operators after the political changeover. Chief Prosecutor of the International Crimes Tribunal, Tajul Islam, said that various conspiracies are underway to obstruct the trial proceedings of the tribunal. He, however, said such conspiracies will not be able to hinder the course of justice. Tajul Islam made the remarks today while briefing journalists after hearings of several cases at the International Crimes Tribunal. Meanwhile, International Crimes Tribunal has ordered to submit the investigation report by 15th of June on the killing of student Taim during the July-August uprising in Jatrabari. Apart from this, the tribunal has directed that the investigation report in the murder case of Hafiz of Farmgate be submitted by 6th of July. A three-member bench of the tribunal led by its chairman Justice Ghulam Murtuza Majumdar passed the orders. Earlier in the morning, the accused in the July-August genocide case, former Assistant Commissioner of Police of Wari Zone Tanzil Ahmed and former officer in charge of Jatrabari Police Station Abul Hassan were produced before the tribunal. Home Affairs Advisor Lieutenant General retired Muhammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhry categorically said Bangladesh remains steadfast in its commitment to prevent human trafficking. The advisor reiterated the commitment while addressing as the chief guest at the third meeting of the BIMSTEC subgroup on human trafficking in Dhaka today. The Home Advisor said they have established a strong legal framework to capture those involved in human trafficking. He said security measures have been strengthened at frontiers alongside increasing the public awareness campaigns to make people aware about the dangers of trafficking. The meeting was attended by members of the subgroup on human trafficking from 7 BIMSTEC member countries. After a 9-day Eid vacation, government, private and autonomous institutions resumed operations today. On the first working day after Eid, the attendance of officers and employees was low at all offices, including banks, courts, the secretariat. Officials and employees returning to work were seen exchanging Eid greetings with colleagues. However, a festive mood still lingered as many holidaymakers have yet to return to the capital. Advisors of the interim government were also present in the office as usual and exchanged greetings with one another. They said that due to the alertness of law enforcement agencies and the cooperation of the public, this year's Eid was celebrated smoothly and peacefully. Advisors also mentioned that the government's current top priority is the issue of newly imposed tariffs by the United States. During Ramadan, government office hours were from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. from today. Regular schedule resumes from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Although the Eid holidays are over, people are still returning to Dhaka after celebrating Eid with family and dear ones. There was a steady flow of people returning to their workplaces today, crowding the capital's bus terminal and railway stations. This year, Eid holidaymakers were happy as the Eid journey was free from major hassles. Passengers said that this time there was no traffic jam on the highways during their travels. Like previous years, they did not have to pay extra fares either. The usual dominance of transport syndicates was also not visible. Meanwhile, a crowd of returnees was seen today at Kamlapur railway station. Despite the rush, train passengers reported a comfortable journey. Some people who could not visit family during Eid were seen leaving Dhaka today, but their numbers were significantly lower compared to recent days. A total of 69 pairs of trains, including intercity, mail, commuter and special trains are being operated today. Except for 1 or 2, almost all trains arrived at Kamlapur on time with return passengers. However, the Burimari Express bound for Lalmonirhat, the Rangpur Express and the Jayantika Express heading to Sylhet departed from Kamlapur with delays ranging from 1 to 3 hours. Meanwhile, transport concerns said that the pressure of people returning to Dhaka will continue for another 2 to 3 days.
Ma, ক্ষুধা লাগছে, খাইতে দাও। টেবিলে খাবার রাখা আছে, খায় নে। মা, আমি এই খাবার খাবো না। কেন? তাইলে গন্ধ? গন্ধ হইব কেন?
কি হইছে? লক্ষ্মী মায়ে ধমকাইতেছো কেন?
লক্ষ্মী না চাই, প্রত্যেক বেলা খাবার নিয়ে ঝামেলা করে। কথাটা ঠিক না। আমি কইছি পচাবাসি খাবার আমি খাবো না। ভাইজান কি করমু কও? প্রত্যেক বেলা নতুন নতুন রান্নার সময় কই। তাই এক বেলা রাঁধি 2 বেলা খাই।
একবার রান্না করে 2 বেলা খাইতেই পারো, কিন্তু রান্না করা খাবার ভালোভাবে সংরক্ষণ করে খাইতে হইব।
সেটা আবার কেমনে?
রান্না করা খাবার স্বাভাবিক তাপমাত্রায় 2 ঘন্টার বেশি রাখা যাইব না। 2 ঘন্টার বেশি রান্না করা খাবার খাওয়ার আগে আবার ভালো কইরা গরম করে নিতে হইব।
মামা, তুমি মাইরে কও, তোমার পরামর্শ মাইনা চলতে। ঠিক আছে রে মা, আর কইতে হইব না।